So we're gonna see a quick video from Muslim Lantern.
If the Quran came 600 years after the birth of Christ, how could you think that is in any way more accurate if it was written by an illiterate man 600 years after, speaking about events that came so much before?
It's irrelevant that it's 600 years after Jesus.
It is irrelevant that it came 600 years after Jesus. So for 600 years there is millions of people following Christ. There is a continuous thing going on, and Slipallahu remembers after 600 years to inform the millions about what is going on non-stop 600 years. I mean, I have no words. Who would do that? 600 years living humanity in darkness.
Just like it's irrelevant that the New Testament is hundreds of years or thousands of years after Moses. Just
The New Testament, hundreds of years after Moses. The New Testament doesn't speak about Moses. So your argument is beating the straw man. It's totally Islamic scam.
like it's irrelevant that the text of Moses is after Noah. So it's a mute.
The text of Moses after Noah. Another scam. My friend, so in the time of Moses, did we have half of humanity coming around Noah and having the wrong impression about Noah? As Islam claims, we have the wrong impressions about Christ. So he compares totally irrelevant things. The book of Moses, the book of Genesis, is a dive into the lost past. Okay? Totally valid, totally fine. A prophetic book can dive into the present, into the future, into the past. It's all fine. However, if we had half humanity following Noah, coming around Noah, worshipping Noah as God, and suddenly God would come on time of Moses to talk about Noah, obviously that would be a joke. Who would take such a God seriously? Who would take such a God seriously? Okay, so the guy compares totally irrelevant things.
Mute point, which a lot of Christians use. This came later. Of course, it came later because the new messenger. Why?
Of course, came later because that is the time when Muhammad was born. That was that's 600 years of sleep. You cannot undo that. 600 years sleeping, nothing.
Why am I saying what the Quran says is?
To make it worse, before Muhammad, you don't have one building, one book, one scroll, one manuscript, one scholar. Nothing.
More reliable because I can show that the Quran is from God. God knows more history than anyone else. So if God is saying,
My friend, who cares what you can show? You're gonna show me that Quran is from the sleeping God, was sleeping for 600 years. Your God is a total failure. Failed to preserve every single book, not even one book, not even one page, one line. Not even one line. Not even one line. Nothing. A total failure, God.
Saying this happened and this happened. That's why I believe these things to do with Jesus' life, what he did or what he didn't do. So it's irrelevant at which point it came out in history.
How is it relevant which point came out in history? Of course it's relevant because it shows he's a fake God, missing for 600 years, sleeping, sleeping, sleep Allahu, sleep Allahu.
Is it from God or not?
If the Quran came 600
Okay, this religion is total scam. These guys, total scam, total scam Allahu.